Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Vidcast. Today, I'm joined by Joe. He's been coming on a lot recently. And Joe, you want to introduce yourself again?
What's going on, guys? I'm back for probably the fifth time or so. Want to tell everyone, LG, he brought me to the game today. I want to give a big thanks to him. It's fun. Phillies won. It was a great night. And just want to say thanks for bringing me, Luke.
No problem, man. Anytime. Yeah, we had a great time at the game. We sat near the third base line. We didn't really sit in our seats the whole entire game. We kind of just went out to center field and kind of just ran out there, heckled guys in the Giants bullpen. So it was just kind of a fun night. We stayed the whole entire game, of course. So got to see Hoskins go deep. That was pretty cool, right?
Yep. Everything but Pivetta coming in and up 2 home runs.
To
vote. But otherwise, it was a good team win.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Smyly pitched great.
He did. We'll get to that. So when I start the scoring summary, Michael Franco got the job done. We had second and third with nobody out. Franco grounded out the second that scored Remuto, and the Phillies jumped ahead 1-0. And then we have Adam Hazley doubling the right center. Joe called it, and it's now 2-0. He did. Want to talk a little bit about that?
With Hazley, he's been doing actually pretty good with men on base. So I said, watch him hit one in the gap. And he did, so.
Yeah, he
good job for Hazley.
Yeah, great job. And then we have Rhys Hoskins. Obviously, after a Bryce Harper walk, we have Rhys Hoskins going ding-dong to center. Kevin Pillar, I'll give some background here. Joe's a big Kevin Pillar fan. He's obviously a great defender. He actually went the ball traveled 411 feet. That was the 23rd home run of the year for Rhys Hoskins. Joe actually thought, and I actually thought it too, that Pillar actually had a chance to catch him. It turned out that he didn't, but it looked like he had a chance to catch that ball for a second.
Yeah, it really did. I felt Pillar could have ran up the wall and caught it, knowing him. He's an animal. That's for sure. No, you gotta love an outfielder like him.
Yeah, I remember when he was at Toronto, he made so many good plays.
Oh, he's all over the place, like Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah,
type of players.
With the Rays, yeah. So Drew Smyly tonight went 7 innings, and then in the 8th inning we brought in Nick Pivetta. Oh boy, Brandon Belt came off the bench and hit a home run to right field, towering drive. That went 372 feet. It's a 4-1 ball game. We kind of got nervous, and then Stephen Vogt, the former Milwaukee Brewer, homer to left center, 395 feet. It's now 4-2 ball game. We actually lose a little bit of faith there. Can you maybe want to talk a little bit about that?
Because got a history. As any other fan would, got a little nervous. You have an inconsistent pitcher in your bullpen. It's sad enough that you have to demote a starter to your bullpen. That's never good. Mm-hmm. But he throws hard. He goes in there. When you throw hard, the ball gets hit farther. So, Belt's got a piece of it, and Philly ripped it.
He did. Yeah, he has that nice finish in the swing. So, that we actually thought I had a chance. Obviously, the Phillies have blown multiple games this year, so we weren't really too confident. But luckily, Hector Neris was able to get the job done. So he got the save, his 19th. He pitched an inning, struck out a batter. So let's look at the box score in tonight's ballgame. Scott Kingery, 0 for 5, had a very rough night. Struck out a couple of times. Yeah, he really needs to cut back. He's now average just dipped down to 273, which he's
a week ago he was hitting 300.
Yeah, man.
310 actually.
Yeah, man. He's dipping a little bit. Gene Segura, he's starting to be Gene Segura again.
Mm-hmm.
3 for 5, got his average up to 285, and he's really doing well. Bryce Harper, 0 for 1, but he drew 3 walks. His average did drop a point down to 253.
But he had a great game.
He did.
Walks.
He got a run. He scored a run. We just need him to start getting that average up a little bit more, and with the power.
Yeah.
So, Rhys Hoskins 1 for 4 at the home run. Average is 260. JT got a couple hits, 2, scored a run. Cesar 2 for 4 has probably the worst walk-up song in baseball.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's hard. It sounds like depressing. Michael Franco 1 for 4, another weird walk-up song. Adam Hazley 2 for 4. I like this kid. He's got his average up to 276. How do you feel about Adam Hazley? I'm an Adam Hazley fan.
I think he's fine like this through August. He will have the starting left field spot next year. I
Possibly.
see that for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know
He's
what we're going to
looking
do with
really
Jay Bruce. Mm-hmm.
I see us next. I know it's a while away, but I feel like if he keeps it up, our outfield will be McCutcheon, Hazley, and Harper, and maybe get a new third baseman. Maybe Bohm will be ready. You never know.
Maybe.
I feel like our necessity is going to be pitching in third base, maybe second.
Here, we'll talk a little bit about the third base future in a little bit. Yeah,
it's a weird concept.
It is, and I have a little theory that we could pull off if we wanted to.
It's a little crazy. The theory,
it is. Yeah, it is. Drew Smyly went 0 for 3, but who cares? He still pitched a great game. Nick Pivetta. Sean Rodriguez went 0 for 1. So Joe likes Sean Rodriguez, actually.
I love Sean Rodriguez as a player. I don't know why. It's kind of like when I was little, I loved Dominic Brown, even though he was terrible. But you just got to love some people on your team, even though they're not that good.
Yeah, Don Brown actually plays in the Mexican League now.
He's an interesting guy. He is.
Yeah. Drew Smyly went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. His ERA has now dropped to 6.85. Nick Pivetta pitched an inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Obviously, there were 2 earned runs, struck out 2 batters. Hector Neris pitched an inning, struck out 1. Let's talk a little about first about Drew Smyly. In his first 2 starts, he has been really good. How do you feel about Drew Smyly, Joe?
He's looking like a ground ball strikeout pitcher, and that's what we need. We have a good field behind us, or behind him. Otherwise, I just has to be consistent. He's going deep in the ball games. He can stay healthy. It'll help us.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like Cliff Lee.
I know. He looks. Yeah, I know, right?
He really does. His build, his form.
It's kind of scary.
Everything looks like Cliff Lee.
I know.
But he's nowhere near Cliff Lee.
Yeah. It goes without saying.
He's the Walmart brand Cliff Lee.
Yeah. So.
He's good though.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he kind of had a rough year before, but he seems to, with Texas, but he kind of seems to be figuring it out a little bit more. So let's look at the final line. Phillies defeat the Giants 4-2. Phillies get 11 hits. The Giants get 6. Drew Smyly gets the win. 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 2-5 on the year. Beebe gets the loss. He's 3-5. He went 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks. And then Hector Neris gets the save. It's his 19th of the year. So that's your ball game. Phillies win 4-2. Let's talk a little about the trading deadline. Obviously, we're going to talk a little about the trades. First of all, we're going to talk about the future of third base. Then we're going to be talking about a blockbuster move that actually happened right after the Phillies game. Then we're going to be talking about a pitcher that we acquired yesterday afternoon. And we're going to be talking about a very busy day tomorrow. I think I'm probably going to have to make probably a couple videos tomorrow. It's just going to be such a crazy day. I actually had an opportunity to take a work shift tomorrow. I actually said no because I have to stay home tomorrow. Because, I'm not going to stay home, but I just need to be around my phone because my phone's going to be blowing up tomorrow. Joe?
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a crazy day. There's like 19 or so hours left on the trade deadline. It's one of the most craziest days in baseball. You're going to wake up. You're going to see some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love the trade deadline. It's so awesome.
It's a really fun day for baseball fans. It should be interesting.
It should. Now let's talk about our future third base. As I said, you could trade Jay Bruce in the offseason. So future third base. What I was thinking, you could put Hazley in left field. Then maybe you could keep Cesar for the next year to help Alec Bohm get more years in the minor leagues. Maybe you could sign him to like a 1-year deal just to keep him and keep carrying your third base for a little while. Then when Bohm's ready, you say goodbye to Cesar, move Kingery to second, and Bohm to third. What do you think about that?
I don't really know because Kingery he came up as a solid second baseman and a hitter. He was a consistent hitter, right, and a consistent second baseman. Mm-hmm. With him being in the outfield, he might lose that second baseman type of mentality
I hope not.
that he has. I don't think he will because he's so talented, but you never know.
Uh-huh.
I think he'll be fine. It's just some players lose it when they don't play for a while.
That's true. That's a good point.
On the other hand, I don't like Cesar. I think we need to get rid of him.
Yeah, I don't
either. He is league average in basically everything. He's the average second baseman, average hitter, nothing special. When you're trying to win a World Series, you need more than league average.
That is true. That is true.
He's not on the World Series lineup. Like, look at last year for the, what's it called? Boston.
Yeah.
They don't have it. Who did they have at second?
Yeah, it was Ian Kinsler.
Yes.
Yeah, they put
Ian Kinsler is a much better fielder and probably the same at hitting, but he's a better fielder.
Right.
Cesar to me always looks flat. He never looks like he wants to lay out.
I agree, man. He's kind of a
very bad fielder in my opinion.
Right.
But if it gives Bohm time to develop, then that's great because we need to get Mike Kell out too. And
yeah.
Bohm's what is he, a third overall pick or the first overall pick? I think he may have been it's top 3. I know that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know for a fact. I don't know exactly.
We're gonna go with 3.
Yeah.
He's obviously top 3. He's very high in our prospect.
He is
rankings. I feel like if he gets time, he's already in Double-A. He's developing quick.
Yeah, that's why.
Much quicker than Mickey Moniak.
He is. Yeah, Mickey Moniak.
Mickey Moniak's a first baseman for our farm system. If you don't already know who that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of fallen off.
We took him in 2016?
2015. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With the first overall pick.
I was told he was going to be the next Mike Trout, but I guess that was
wrong. That was a hoax.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to third base. Bohm is our future.
He is.
And I know Luke has this theory. Do you want to say what it is?
Is it about Rendon?
Rendon. This is the crazy theory I was talking about. This is if Bohm doesn't. If the organization doesn't believe in Bohm, Luke's thinking this theory. Do you want to tell him what it is, Luke?
If the prices get lower, and it's almost like last offseason if Scott Boras drags it out, and if the Nats move on like they did with Bryce Harper, maybe the Phillies could sweep in and snag Rendon. And maybe you could ship off Alcon. But the only problem is with Rendon is that he's 29 and he's going to be entering his age 30 season. So that kind of brings some alarm bells for some teams. They don't really like it when players start creeping up to their 30rs.
I don't think he's a future. He's like a 3-year guy and then he's done.
Yeah.
Bohm you have for 7 years.
That's the thing. I mean, I think it'd be a tough decision. Just as I'm a big Rendon fan. From an organizational standpoint, a front office standpoint, I don't know if I'd be willing to choose Rendon.
It's like a 1,001 chance.
It's not happening. It's not happening. I agree with you.
I see him going to a team like the Rays or like a team like that.
I see him going. I see him staying in the division. I see him.
Or he resigns.
Yeah, I see him staying in the nation's capital, or I see him possibly going to Atlanta. I know I talked with that. Atlanta's a possibility. It's closer to home for him too, because I think he's from Richmond, Texas. So it's closer to home for him, too. So that's how I feel about Rendon. Let's talk about the blockbuster trade that went down after the game. Now, Trevor Bauer, obviously the Cleveland Indians are in the mix for the playoffs. This move makes no sense to me. I forgot to talk about this.
Absolutely no sense.
I forgot to talk about this with baseball guy Sean today, and I actually DM'd him after the game, and I'm like, oh, my God. After the chat, I'm like, we should have talked about this. Trevor Bauer was sent – the Cleveland Indians sent Trevor Bauer to the Cleveland Indians it was a 3-team trade. So here we go. Here's breaking down for you. Trevor Bauer goes to Cleveland, goes from Cleveland to Cincinnati, and the Indians get Yasiel Puig and Scott Moss from Cincinnati, and then Familia Reyes, Logan Allen, Victor Nova from the San Diego Padres, and then the Padres get Taylor Trammell from Cincinnati. So this is a 3-team trade. This is a blockbuster trade. Obviously, the Phillies were targeting Yasiel Puig. They were linked to this guy. He's off the market. They had a little talk with Trevor Bauer, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, that obviously never really came to anything. I just knew it was too good to be true. So Trevor Bauer and Yasiel Puig both off the market. I had it, like I said, I talked about this with baseball guy Sean today. So it's very much of a long shot that we get Yasiel Puig. And sure enough, I was right. Luckily, there's still Tanner Roark out there, and I'm hoping my Phillies could get him within the next 24 hours. So how do you feel about the Yasiel Puig Trevor Bauer blockbuster trade, Joe?
To break it down real quick, the Cleveland Indians basically traded an all-star pitcher of Trevor Bauer to the Cincinnati Reds and received Yasiel Puig in exchange. That's terrible.
I know.
If you think about it.
That's why they haven't won a World Series since the 40s.
Yasiel Puig is an inconsistent player. At one point, he was in the Dodgers Double-A system in like 2017, 2018.
16,
yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's been a question lately if the Indians are going to be buyers or sellers. And for some reason, aren't they on top of their division right now?
2 games. I think last time I checked, they're 2 games back from the Twins.
And they sold, which makes no sense.
I don't know. I don't get it. That's why they haven't won a World Series since the 40s.
Getting Puig is not a win.
I know. I know they need some outfield help, but the Indians. That's why the Indians will just have always sucked because they just haven't really gone.
After they lost the World Series to the Cubs in 2016, they fell apart.
They suck. The Indians just suck.
They just fell apart.
Yeah. I'm not an Indians guy. I'm really not.
No.
Yeah. I don't really like any of their players. So.
Yeah.
I think do you have any more thoughts to say about this?
The Padres were kind of like they weren't a big factor. It's more just you traded Puig for Bauer.
Yeah, those are like the big names. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's just a weird thing.
It's a very weird trade.
I was not seeing that. Puig's a rental. He only has a year left.
Yep.
On his contract. Bauer, same thing. Only has a year left.
Bauer is a free agent after next season.
Next season, 2 years
which
left.
Makes even more no sense.
It makes you have to pay him.
Yeah. And the Indians traded for a guy who's an outfielder who's inconsistent, as Joe said. And you could have a pitcher who has one more left to control. That's why the Indians will have always sucked because they just their management is terrible. So
they're just not smart. They don't. I thought if that happened with the Phillies, we traded Nola for Puig, because that's basically what it is. That's the talent level.
Yeah.
I would say Bauer's no better than Nola, or Nola's no better than Bauer.
Mm-hmm. I'd be pissed.
I would flip my shit. I would go insane.
I would too. So
it's crazy.
It is. So the one.
But, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Matt Contact would never do that.
6 more years.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't happen.
It definitely would.
Theory, concept, whatever.
I'd be pissed about
it. Not theory.
Yeah. So one final topic on this video, and that is I talked about this with Sean today, but since Joe's in here, I want to talk about it again. The Phillies acquired Jason Vargas from the New York Mets yesterday. Obviously, the Mets went out and acquired Marcus Stroman, so they Bertie Van Wagenen dealt Jason Vargas for. We actually got some cash, and we also sent over a catcher Double-A who's hitting 190. So we basically got Jason Vargas for nothing, and I'll tell you my thoughts on this, and then Joe will. I do not think this hurts rotation at all. I mean, I'd like to see the Phillies do a little bit better, but it certainly doesn't hurt. I mean, Jason Vargas obviously had a terrible year last year. This year he's been playing a little bit better. Still not it's not like, oh wow, look what the Phillies just did. It's not like a great move. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but I'd obviously rather have Jason Vargas in the rotation than Zach Eflin. So it definitely improves. Obviously, you get Drew Smyly and Jason Vargas, but if the Phillies are content with this, then I'm really going to be furious. They better go out and get, a legit starting pitcher within the next 24 hours. Tanner Roark. I'm just going to keep saying it. Tanner freaking Roark. I want him. I really, really want him. Joe, what are your thoughts on Jason Vargas?
All right, so I hate this. I don't like Jason Vargas. I think in the hitter's ballpark like Philly,
right,
he's going to get destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about today.
It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
He went cheap again.
Yep.
Click tag. He went cheap again.
On the pitching.
Yeah, again. On the pitching.
Yeah, I said that today in the GM with Joe, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he has. He's like 35 years old or
36, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, he's old. And when pitchers get old, they lose their velocity. He doesn't throw hard
85, I believe.
That's just tough.
That's embarrassing. Yeah, something like that.
I throw 80s, dude. Like, that's sad.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand. Like, we should have went out and attacked, like, a Mike Minor. There's still a chance we could get Mike Minor, but I would want a Mike Minor or like you said, Tanner Roark or Madison Bumgarner's kind of out of the picture. It looks like the Giants are going to be buyers.
Yeah.
Nothing. They just want to keep it the same. I don't really know. But there's so many different pitchers. There's what's his name, Lance Lynn. I feel like Vargas just doesn't fit our scheme at all.
I agree. He looks like a mad scientist.
Who?
Mad scientist.
Yeah, he kind of does. Like if you look at our rotation now, it's going to be Nola, Arrieta, Smyly, Vargas, and guess who's our fifth man?
You said Pivetta. No, Pavetta's in the bullpen.
No, he's in the bullpen now.
Yeah. So it's Noah, Pivetta.
No, it's
Noah. No. Noah, Arrieta.
Smyly.
It's Vargas. Noah, Arrieta, Vargas, Smyly, and oh my God, I'm drawing a blank here.
Not Eflin.
It's not Eflin. It's not Pivetta. Oh my God.
Why are we both?
Yeah, why are we? Yeah, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank here. I can't believe it. Man.
Our pitching's just so bad.
I know. Yeah, well, it just goes to show you we don't really have any big names in the starting rotation, so it's a little bit disappointing.
Do we have a fifth man? Oh,
Vinny.
That's why I forgot.
Yeah, because he sucks. Exactly, because he's so bad.
Velasquez, exactly. That shows how bad.
Yeah, because we don't have a legit starting pitcher.
You don't even know your fifth guy. Well, you forget him.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Yeah, he's a better hitter than he's a pitcher.
He is. I know. Yeah.
Like isn't his batting average like 250? Something like
220 or something. Yeah, it's not bad for a pitcher. That's for sure.
I think if we could go out and get Roark, Mike Minor, Lance Lynn, one of those three, that'd be crazy. And maybe get I forget his name, but he's the White Sox closer. That would be crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's like a Latino.
He's really consistent. He's Spanish.
Yeah, Latino. Yeah. I saw. I think of it's like some Latino last name. I forget his.
Yeah, he's Latino.
Mm-hmm. I forget his last name. Yeah, because there's a lot of things I have to remember. I just can't remember everything. So. Yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. We had a great time at the game. I had a great time at the game with Joe, and tomorrow night, Phillies updates will be coming on. Hopefully, if everything works out. I mean, as of right now, he's still going to be coming on. I'll let you know if anything changes. On Thursday, I'll be having two guests on. One of them will be Jack, and one of them will be a new guest, and I'll reveal that as soon as they come on. I'm not going to reveal it. I like to just not really reveal my guest. And Wednesday and Friday against the Chicago White Sox 3-game series. It's probably just going to be me a couple times. Maybe if the guest wants to come on, they can. So Phillies win 4-2 tonight. Start to finish the series off with a win. Tomorrow night will be Jeff Samardzija, 7-8 with a 3.95 ERA, going against Vince Velasquez, 3-5 with a 4.46 ERA. Joe, how do you feel about tomorrow night's game? Just before we wrap it up here.
I feel like who's on the mound for us again?
Vinny.
I like Samardzija. I always have liked him.
Mm-hmm. Chicago, he used to pitch there.
He's average.
Yeah, he's average, yeah.
So, it doesn't scare me. Our hitters can probably attack him pretty well.
Yeah. I remember him mostly.
I'm not worried from that perspective. I'm worried from Vince Velasquez.
Me too, man. Yeah.
He needs to come out pounding the stone, and hopefully his changeup and curveball are on point, and his deep throw. I think he throws a sinker, right? Something weird like that.
Who, Vinny?
Yeah, there's fastball.
Fastball.
And slider, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has a sinker. I may be wrong. I don't think he has
something weird.
He's something.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If all his pitches are on point, then there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get an RBI or two.
Yeah, hopefully.
But if you want my prediction, I'll say since we came out today, it looks like we really weren't flat at all, besides that one Gene Segura error in the first inning.
That was not an error. That was it.
It wasn't?
Yep.
He got it, though. Hit off his glove.
Yeah, he should have gotten it.
Yeah, he should have gotten it. All right, well, that was a little flat. I'll say tomorrow, say 5-3 Phillies.
Okay. So Jeff Samardzija, Obviously, he signed a big contract. He used to pitch for the White Sox. I remember him mostly with the White Sox. He signed like that big contract. Disaster.
Chris Sale.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't really think he's that good. So I'm hoping we could light him up tomorrow. Vinny V. I don't think we're gonna. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I say like 6-5. I think we're gonna barely pull it out.
Yep. Well, let's hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time at the game tonight with Joe. Thanks for coming with me at the game. Thank you for coming on here.
Yep.
So guys, social media link in description below. Check it out. Please smash the like on this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please tell all your friends about these videos. I had baseball guy Sean on earlier today. Please go check that video out. Please smash the like on that video and watch it. It was a very good video. We discussed the trade deadline and other moves around baseball. So please go check that video out. So thank you guys so much for the support as always. I am Luke, and I was joined by Joe today. Joe, as again, thank you for coming on.
Yep. Peace, boys.
See you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go Phillies. Bye.